Hey, miners, friends, and community members. I'm Will, and of course, this is the Pellish Miner. So, what have I been doing? Well, a couple different things. I've got some videos sitting in the back, and you know, just doing the deed and so on. You know, building some things up and just trying to get the word out there. I've been trying to make some arrangements, make some better partnerships, and just going all out the best I can. As you can see, I have behind me two things up on these tabs. Okay, right now is a Bitcoin chart. Why is a Bitcoin chart up here? Well, I am still mining, of course. And since we're at 73,516 right now, and it is 4/11/2026 is the date, at about 6:30 p.m. in the evening, you can see that things have gotten a little better. I'm not saying anything in particular, but hey. But this goes back in a bit of history here. As I go scrolling through this whole thing here, we just had something about 2 seconds ago. Where'd it go? I want this one right here. We talked about a flash crash, a few months ago, and hey, it is what it is. Anyway, I've been trading stocks. Now, Brent crude or oil itself is definitely pushed $120 here recently, and that's great. I've also been trading crypto stocks, and to be honest with you, I have been trading over on Moomoo, and this is not a push for Moomoo whatsoever. I have, and I'll bring this up here myself. This is for the cash account. I have 4,000 Canon shares of stock. And as you can see right now, it's down about $150 from my original price. Now, it seems like we may or may not be following the original traditional cycle. Either way, the bottom line is this, okay? I have 4,000 of these. My plan, and this worked for me before, is that I'm going to hold these to at least $1 to $2 a piece. I'm going to go long. I'm trading crypto stocks, I'm trading oil stocks, I'm trading momentum stocks. Stocks are realistically what's hot right now. And we can go through here, and I'm going to flip back on a 30-minute for this whole thing. As you can see, we've been, with Bitcoin here, we've had a slow climb here on Canon stock. And you guys know the nanos and all that, and it's great. See, we've had some lows here recently, 38. Right, 39. I can keep it scrolling. See, I bought some, I sold some, I made some money here back then, and this is where I bought my last little batch. This is where I sold my last little batch, and that was what, back on the 17th. So I've been slowly doing my best to find things. Now, everybody's complaining about mining profits. Here's Mara or Marathon Digital. These guys aren't just doing mining anymore, they're doing AI stuff. I've been buying and selling this one too. When I go scrolling on back, you can see that was pretty weak. It had a pop back here, so on and so forth. This is a channel originally that when I put it together, was supposed to be, see, I bought it too high there. Then I bought it and sold it here, and it worked out. See, bought it, and then sold it. Should have waited for this up here that day. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. But this channel, when I started it was about mining and stocks and about crypto and stocks, but I never really covered the part where I did anything with the stocks a lot. But I like crypto miners, and as a crypto miner, I like the stocks. Now, we've got plenty of people out here that do this, time and time again, right? Ooh, I love zooming in this thing. And it is a positive way of looking at things. So, you can't just sit around and make money mining all the time. You have to have multiple sources of income, okay? Now, I'm not the only ones doing this, okay? So you think about that for a minute. But looking at the current situation here with my Caspa miners, it has definitely slowed down for the solo mining from what I've seen. Uh, I've only had roughly 6 or 2 blocks within 24 hours on this. Um, I am still crypto mining with Core X hosting, formerly Iowa hosting, and my rewards recently have kind of come down a little bit. Yes, I'm mining at what you call a loss, right? And I really don't care about the loss. It is not something I'm really truly worried about, because mined some tens and something once upon a time, years ago, a couple years ago actually, talking about just paying the bill and keeping the crypto. Because eventually, if you do it this way, if you can afford to do it this way, you aren't really mining at a loss. You're mining forward thinking. And this is what I've always been doing. Always, always, always been doing this. It is so much easier for you to do it this way because I don't make it now, I make it later. I recover my electric costs and I go forward later. I am still banging out over on Unminable. A couple different things here as I pop this up. This is When the Cat. I do this one because the cats are crypto. As a matter of fact, I really like this because they're 2 cats put together a liquidity pool, right? And it works super awesome and great, right? So I got this one here. I'm also doing a little bit of an experiment. Right now it says I have 2 workers online. I am attempting to mine a whole Bitcoin with various different types of miners. So these things are taking time. I'm not worried about what it's costing me in electricity. I don't have a 14-cent kilowatt hour. I am, last I checked, right around 8 cents a kilowatt hour here at the house. I got a contract for that, and I am banging it out. So it's been very, very useful. I could talk about all that and more. But for the most part, I'm really super interested in, this whole thing with stocks and where I can go and what I can do. For instance, okay, stocks. This is something that you guys can think of. When Bitcoin rises, right, so do things like this, XBTY. This is what they call a covered call ETF or a 2x leveraged ETF or an ETP. We know about these with the Bitwise and so on and so forth. It's covering Bitcoin, guys. Legitimately covering Bitcoin. Bam. Okay. Here's the price of Bitcoin right now, $73,468.44. You can see it's up about $500. This particular one, okay, pays about 15 cents a share. So while Bitcoin is depressed and it's down here under 100K, I'm over here letting it pay me every week. Okay. It pays me once a week, every week, right? It's about $50 for, per week of income. I am then taking that $50 a week and I'm flipping it to pay a portion of my mining bill at Core X hosting. These are the things and how you should do things if you really want to stay ahead. Okay? This is some of the best stuff. The easiest stuff that's out there. It's available. This is Granite Shares Yield Boost ETF. That's what it says. And I'm taking the profits or the dividends and I'm flipping it into half my bill. So realistically, I am getting a reasonable discount on my Bitcoin. While everybody else is looking at kilowatt hours, I'm looking at other ways to pay for it, to keep it going. I have worked that out. So this is just one of many that's out there. Also, Serpent X brought up this one. I do believe it is Begin Blockchain, which is phenomenal. I should have bought something with some of this when Serpent said it, but I didn't. Now I'm slacking. Let me see here. I had an alert set for 248 when it falls below. This thing has been climbing, slowly climbing, and it's what they call a low float. So it's free float, right? 16 million or 55 million. It's a really low float stock. And it's really super awesome that it does this. because that means it can just pop off and move. These are the people that own Ice River or have that attachment to Ice River. You guys, you got to think outside the box. How are you going to make up for some of your profit, your losses in your mining while you're doing this? Look at other avenues. You have to stay diversified. You can't sit around and do this. Now, I have a plan in place to be able to take care of what I need to take care of, as I said here. Now, currently, if you go clicking over here, I'm running about 428 terahash a second with one S21, one S19, and a bunch of Canon Avalon Nano 3s. Okay? This is where we're at. I'm also doing other things as well. So, with a combination of things, this is how I'm taking care of stuff. This is how I'm doing it, getting by. I will be talking a little bit more about stocks. I will be talking about my trades. So we're going to rebrand the channel. We're going to change it slightly. This is going to be called Pelish Crypto and More. We're moving away from Pelish Miner to Pelish Crypto and More because I like to have fun. I'm not going to sit here and talk to you about Pokemon. That's not my thing. So, although I have bought some Pokemon cards, but they're for my 3-year-old son that go in a box, and they're unopened packs, and they will sit there until hell freezes over because I'm not interested. But on that note, I'm going to leave you with a little something, something, and I'm going to wish you guys to have a great day and a great week, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. This episode of the Pelish Miner is sponsored by Jingle Mining, the primary source for jazz miners such as the X4Q, the X16, which is also in pre-sale, and the X16P, as well as the 4XU and the X4 ETC server. Jingle Mining also has a wide selection of iPolos, Bitmain, Antminers, Gold Shell, Ivy Link, and Annex miners. If you're looking for spare parts or used devices, you can also find it here at Jingle Mining.